Chapter 8. The crisp September air carried a bite of autumn as Azalea stood in front of the Killam library, clutching her books to her chest. The morning sun shimmered through the golden leaves that clung stubbornly to the trees, painting the campus in a warm glow. It was the start of her final fall semester, a season of change and endings. Students hurried past, their chatter filling the air with energy and nerves. Azalea took a deep breath, her heart fluttering with excitement and something heavier, nostalgia. She was dressed in a soft, cream-colored knit sweater beneath a rose-pink jacket, dark skinny jeans tucked neatly into brown ankle boots. A light gray knit hat with a fluffy pom-pom framed her face, her signature butterfly necklace glinting just above the neckline of her sweater. Her pink hair spilled over her shoulders in loose waves, a splash of color against the neutral tones of fall. "This is it," she whispered to herself, her breath forming a small cloud in the cool air. "My last first day." Declan stood beside her, slipping his hand into hers. He wore his charcoal pea coat, his scarf wrapped neatly around his neck. "You've got this, Azalea," he said gently, his brown eyes warm. "Senior year is going to be incredible." Azalea smiled but didn't look away from the bustling campus. "I just can't believe how fast it all went. It feels like yesterday we were just meeting in that library." He squeezed her hand. "No matter what happens this year, I'll be right here with you." Declan drove Azalea to campus in her silver Civic, the heater humming softly. They talked about her schedule and his work plans for the week. When he pulled up near the Arts Building, Azalea turned to him, her eyes shining with both excitement and worry. "Promise you'll call me on your break?" she asked softly. "I promise," Declan said with a reassuring smile. "Go knock him dead." She leaned over and kissed him quickly. "See you tonight." Declan watched her disappear into the crowd of students before pulling away. As he merged into traffic, he couldn't shake the feeling that they were walking two completely different paths now, hers full of lectures and laughter, his filled with grocery shifts and bills. The distance between their worlds was subtle, but it was there. The smell of fresh bread and coffee greeted Declan as he clocked in at Sobeys. The store buzzed with the usual morning rush, customers stocking up, coworkers calling out greetings. Declan put on a practiced smile and began stocking shelves, but his mind kept wandering back to Azalea. Around lunchtime, Ryan stopped by, leaning casually against a display of apples. Ryan had graduated earlier that year and was working nearby, so he often swung by to chat. "You look distracted, man," Ryan said with an easy grin. Declan gave a tired laugh. "Azalea started her last year today. I want to be there for her, but work's getting busier. It's hard to balance everything." Ryan shrugged, his tone supportive. "That's how it goes after graduation. You're both figuring out your own worlds now. Just keep showing her you care, even if it's in small ways." Declan nodded, grateful. "Thanks, man. I needed to hear that." Ryan clapped him on the shoulder before heading out. "You've got this. Just don't overthink it." Meanwhile, Azalea wandered the familiar halls of campus between classes. She paused outside the study group room where she, Declan, Liam, Priya, and Emily had spent countless late nights cramming for exams. The door was closed now, silent, but echoes of laughter seemed to linger in the air. She could almost hear Emily's voice, see Liam's grin, feel the warmth of those nights where the world seemed small and safe. Her chest tightened painfully. "They've all moved on," she thought. "I'm the only one left." Azalea sank onto a bench, hugging her bag close. She missed Declan desperately during the long campus days, missed having him just a few doors away like before. Tears stung her eyes as she pulled out her phone. "Miss you. Wish you were here," she typed quickly. His reply came almost instantly. I miss you too. Tonight, just us. The message made her smile, even as a single tear slipped down her cheek. She wiped it away, whispering, I love you, to no one but herself. Azalea's eyes softened as she whispered, I don't know what I'd do without you, Declan. They shared quiet laughter and tender kisses, finding solace in each other amidst the chaos. On the drive back to her dorm, Azalea stared out the window, watching the streetlights blur past. This year feels different, she said softly, like there's a clock ticking and I can't stop it. Declan's grip on the steering wheel tightened. We'll make the most of every moment, I promise. She turned to him, her eyes shining. I just don't want to say goodbye to this part of my life. You won't be saying goodbye, he said firmly. You're moving forward, and I'll be right there with you. Azalea squeezed his hand, her heart aching with love and fear. Later that night, Declan lay awake in his bed, the hum of the heater filling the quiet room. He replayed Azalea's words over and over, feeling the weight of her fears and his own hopes. The future stretched before them, vast and uncertain. I'll be there for her, he whispered into the darkness. No matter what comes, I'll find a way. He didn't know what challenges awaited them, but he knew one thing with absolute certainty. His love for Azalea was unwavering. The next morning, Azalea stood at her dorm window, watching the sunrise paint the campus in gold and pink. The crisp autumn air seeped through the glass as she clutched her phone, typing a message. Good morning, love. Ready to face today. His reply came almost instantly, always. With you, always. Azalea smiled through her tears. Senior year had begun, and though the road ahead was uncertain, she felt a quiet strength within her. Whatever lay ahead, graduation, change, challenges, she knew that she and Declan would face it together.